Hello, alchemists! Thanks for joining me, Lonehawk, for this episode of Road to Mythic, deck tech and gameplay for Magic the Gathering Arena Alchemy Best of 1. We'll go through the deck framework and talk about how it is supposed to work, and which cards strengthen others, then get to playing it on the ladder. I'll wrap up with a quick review and a look forward to what new cards from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan I might add once that set comes out. With that, let's get to the deck. Today's deck is Skitter Tokens. We're actually basing it around Wildwood Mentor, which has been around for a while. It was a card that was a reward for the Mastery track for Wilds of Eldraine. We're going to try it in black this time. We've got Lord Skitter, Sewer King, to create rat tokens. We've got Urbrask's Forge to create Phyrexian Horror tokens turn by turn. We've got Steady Tortoise to create rabbit tokens to start off with, and then allow us to be able to drop a giant warded body late game. We've got Crucius to create treasure tokens. If I had more of these, I think I would put more in. It is a fantastic card. More tokens. Lord Skitter's Blessing creates a Wicked Roll token and gives us card draw. Charming Scoundrel creates either a Wicked Roll token or a treasure token. Enters the battlefield. Spiteful Hexmage creates a Cursed Roll token and entering the battlefield. Gleeful Demolition creates 3 Goblin tokens at the price of an artifact. Monstrous Rage creates a Monster Roll token. Haywire Might is just there for artifact and enchantment control. Because we expect to have a fair amount of critters, I put in my copy of Pile On. It's a destroy target creature or planeswalker spell that has Convoke. It's a little expensive, but usually we have the creatures around to power it. We've got Ashiok Wicked Manipulator, 1 copy to create Nightmare tokens and give us some card draw. We've got Virtue of Persistence, 2 copies for removal and late game creature madness. And we've got Hoarding Broodlord. It's a 7/6 flying with Convoke that allows you to search for a card, exile it, which goes well with Ashiok, and as long as that card remains exiled, you can play it. Spells that you cast from exile have Convoke. So all of our adventures. So Steady Tortoise can come in with Convoke. Virtue of Persistence gains Convoke, in addition to that card that Hoarding Broodlord. And that will usually be Ashiok. In the land department, we have Mirrex for more tokens. I had Restless Cottage in here for its token generation, but keep running into it being too slow. So we've got Captivating Crossroads, which is a great multicolor land that will support our 3 colors. We've got Copperland Gorge, a Gruul fast land, and Blackcleave Kit Cliffs, a Rakdos fast land. Okay, let's see it on the ladder. First, a little fun ending to one of the games that was kind of slow and boring to start off with, but ended in one of the more amusing combination of huge cards that I've seen. I had gotten out Virtue of Persistence and just played Broodlord, and they were down to 2 life, so they were desperate to take care of the threats, and this is what happened. Interestingly, they're not giving up. They have 7 mana. They get a tally. I'll take a Dolly. Yeah, sure. Okay. We do have removal. We've got land. We will try it. On the draw. That helps a ton. Not quite sure why I played the Blackleaf Cliffs first. I should have played the mountain. Yep, and there we have me to get the Mentor. I think yeah, I mean, what are the odds that this actually lands? Not good. No, we're up against poison. Okay. Well. Yeah, let's bring out Wildwood Mentor. And next, we can use Monstrous Rage to protect it from cut down, but no need to waste it until such time as it could be useful. And all of a sudden it is. If you've watched this far, please like and subscribe to support the channel and to get more from me as I release more videos. Make them burn 2 removal spells. We will, no need to get the second Mythic out. The deck has been a little bit strange. This is a lot of land. I think it's the second time out of 3 that we got a lot of land. Oof. Yeah, still not time for the second Mirax. Fine. They don't counter it. That is very good. Get another token. Oh, that's a sorcery, darn it. Okay. I think let me try this. Oh well. Okay. That lands. Another counter. Okay. And end turn. We'll leave that in hand. We'll attack with both. No. Yes, we will attack with both. And Hexmage. And the cursed roll goes on the Might. End turn. So we got a blocker. Seem to have kind of stabilized at 6 poison counters. They will try and overwhelm us. Unfortunately, we can't really race them on poison. Can come close. Alright, and yeah. I guess we actually need green still. Next attacks. I'll swing with both of those, but can't really. If I can get an 8th poison counter. And there's the 9th and 10th. Good game. Okay. This looks really, really, really nice. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 plays. We will play the mountain first. We're going to give away that we're double colored just with the steady tortoise. Get the attacks going. Need at least one. Well, we will create a treasure for this. So we don't need the treasure right away, but we want it next turn. We will auto pay. Nice growing field, opponent down to 15, even with 1 life gain. And now we really want to land for the Wildwood Mentor. Have it come in at 2. We will decline that, that's fine. Oh, we do get the land, that's awesome. We will make it black. And bring out the Mentor. Next turn, we can put the Mentor into overdrive by Haywire Might into Gleeful Demolition. That will create 4 tokens. Oh, we'd love to see that. When 4 tokens when you figure in Urbrask's Forge. And yeah, I think we do that. Especially... Huh. Yeah, they can't destroy the forge quite yet. That is a sorcery, so yeah, let's do this. And we will demolish it. You may regret that, but this is going to be a big freaking hit. All attack, 3 attackers, and we give the +6/+6 to there, and we swing for 16. Good game. This again looks good. We can use the Scoundrel to get to our 3 drops, even if we do not draw land in the next 2 turns. Yeah, we will. I think the Scoundrel is probably the best play there. It's the most efficient one. And next turn we can do the hairy dash into Monstrous Rage, or I think it probably makes sense to go with Crucius. Yeah. Yep. We will attack first. And yes, we will discard the Steady Tortoise. As much I love the card, we need that to be expedient because we don't have anything. Yeah, there we go. Yay. Gotta remember that the Steady Tortoise is a 5-drop, even though it gets used. Immediately remove, even though it gets used as a 1-drop most of the time. They remove Crucius, pass to attackers, and my turn. Okay, now we have 4 mana available. Let's not use the treasure token when we don't have to. Swing for 2. Get the opponent down below 20 again. They hit their land drop again. Farsight Ritual. So they get 2. Main phase instant. Not quite sure what they're looking for. Presumably, I guess if I had to guess, and here, let's Steady Tortoise, and then what? I think Lord Skitter. Get stuff out while they are fully tapped. If they're trying to get a graveyard, that's awesome. They have a full hand. Hit their land drop again. Kinda like that we've got good field. This is the Sunfall turn. Gotta assume that they don't have it, because... Drover of the Swine. Okay, gotta figure that next turn they are going to destroy that. I think we may beat them to the punch. Let's it's just overrun time. You're up against control. So, planning to Monstrous Rage on whatever, if the Drover of the Swine tries to take on something big. Or do I want to overrun the first little pig? And therefore save. That's a different, yeah. I think saving. That is a sorcery. I definitely do not want to bring out the Haywire Might yet. So we just end the turn. They are one away from the Virtue, which would be awfully bad for us. Fourth land is good. We will make it black. I think we can get out the Broodlord this turn. Actually, you absolutely can. You can straight cast it. And I think that is what you want to do. Yeah, because that is to combat. Do have to kind of worry about a counter. No attacks. Let's bring out the Broodlord. If we get countered, we get countered. They have priority. It lands. Gotta love that. Oh, and they immediately destroy it. Okay, well that's good to know. What do we want here? I mean, we could go get the Wildwood Mentor. We could. We've got to do 8 damage next turn. We will have, in theory, a 5/1. We will have 8 damage.
I found this on the web for interior 50.
Yeah. Let's just get the removal. Or this guy. That's a sorcery. Yeah, get the removal. That's all you need. Okay, maybe it isn't quite all we need. Yeah, and they have the thing to take it out. Another black, I think. That'll just stay exiled. Let's bring that out. We'll attack just to get the extra +1/+1. They triple block, just for good measure. I do have enough for the virtue. It just attracts it instead. Okay, good game. This looks alright. Do the Copperline Gorge into Steady Tortoise, and the Blackleaf Cliffs. Maybe into Sell-Sword. I'd love to get a Charming Scoundrel for that slot. So some later turn. So some later turn we get to use the Callous Sell-Sword's Adventure. There's the 2-drop we wanted. Destroy Melira. And attack. Now the Sell-Sword goes back. Okay, going to be hard to continue attacking. I cannot activate R1 this turn, so yeah, Lord Skitter. Exile Melira. Question, do we attack? I think the token is better used elsewhere. Seeing black represented? Oh, interesting. That, again, was not what I was expecting. Got 2 greens, 3 reds. That looks like we want black. And they do have enough to activate R1 this turn. So, well, I'll definitely bring out the Wildwood Mentor. That's a 5/5, so that's plenty good. And next to combat, create a token. You know, if they want to activate R1 this turn, I'm more than happy to. And sacrificing the red token that cannot block, I think makes sense to me. End turn. King Darien. The 48th. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, we can play the Hoarding Broodlord if we want. Yeah. We leave ourselves open, but I'm not seeing what do we want here? Ashiok, I think. Yeah, next turn we've got lethal because we can attack with the Mentor, pumping the Broodlord for exactly 11. And then we... oh, they come. Only... let's see. They can make one of them indestructible. I think we just take the damage, though. They cannot do... we think that they cannot do more than 10. Yeah, do you have blockers? They do have one blocker. Okay, so we do this with the rat. Autopay. We'll get 2 Black Nightmare tokens. And we will attack. And we'll just put it on something, some other target. And yep, we got lethal. Just barely, I think. Oh, we don't. Oh dear. Well, that could be very bad. Okay, so maybe I should actually count, you know, next time. They are tired of that. Can't say I blame them. And they're back on their heels, but not out. Okay, so we will exile something. We'll exile the cliffs. That's a cool thing to bring in. I'll put that on Lord Skitter. And I think now to combat. We do have to do 11, so do that. Well, we don't actually have to do 11, we can Sell-Sword in. So let's just do these and that one, 6 attackers. And yeah, we'll actually make the hair a little bit bigger. That looks all right. Okay, and let's start out with just the mountain. Oh yes, this should be just fine. And with white up, we will take the Wicked Roll token. Next turn, we're going for... Well, that's different. Okay. Bring the Forge out. And we are all set up for Wildwood Mentor next turn. That is pretty cool. We will... green or black? I think black. And... Mentor up, or do we want to take out the Hero's Heirloom? Because that's actually pretty big. No, I think we go with the deck strategy. Next to combat. Do we leave the Scoundrel back? No, it the Ka has trample, so it just gets to do 5 next turn. Iron Crag gets them an extra mana. Another Hero's Heirloom. No blocks, down to 10. Okay. We've got all sorts of fun things we can do. And we're going to do all of them. I think green for this one. So, Might. Yep, Might. Destroy that. They're all tapped out, so order doesn't really matter here. Which is a good thing, because I did not order things very well. Bump that up to 4, and then 5. And I think this is going to be lethal. I'll attack. Yep. Lethal by a lot. Yeah, this is looking awesome. Blackout first. On the play. In theory. Do that. No. Yep. We will play the tortoise. Nothing to remove with Lochthwain's Scorn. Call of the Ring comes out. Looking for enchantment destruction now. Does kind of change the plan. I think we bring out Crucius then. We'll attack first. Not that it really matters a whole lot. And... let's see. I could dump Urbrask's Forge to look for... not guaranteed to work. Not guaranteed at all. So we'll just go ambitious. Fortunately, we can now remove Nazguls as they come out. That will have to be enough. Black or green? I think black. And we have to take the Nazgul out of the way. Next, I'll attack. Down to 14. Yeah, and we will demolish. Do we want to demolish that? Yeah, we're still a turn away or two from Gix. And yeah, I think we discard that and expedient. Get a land. Next turn we can Tortoise. Yeah, to get rid of that. Okay. Second call of the ring. All right, well, we no longer have the search function. And now we've got lethal with Monstrous Rage in reserve. And our Tortoise warded. They've got another Edict. Okay. I think we win. Yep, we win. You can draw a card. Alrighty. We will just... Actually, we've got multiple ways to win here. This should draw the quit first. Good game. Alright, we have Skitter tokens. We never did get to try out Fairy Dream Thief, but I think I'm liking that idea. After we dropped one land and put the Dream Thief in, we did not have any trouble with not having creatures early enough. Steady Tortoise, I think, performed. Still feels like this isn't good enough for a 5-drop, but in aggro nature, it would... Gotta wonder if I should put in something to give it haste, something like Song of Totentents. That would be an interesting option. Also could make for a very big turn with the Wildwood Mentor. Monstrous Rage is awesome as usual, though we did not use it as much as we might have. I'm thinking just because we didn't have it at the right times. Because when we swing with Wildwood Mentor, that is awfully nice to have. Just really goes with that. The Callous Sell-Sword got us a game win by flinging the Mentor. That was great. Go for the Throat. I like the amount we have in there. Lord Skitter's Blessing, I think underperformed, but I've seen it do well in other decks. It creates a token, goes with the theme. Yes, having Jund colors for the Wildwood Mentor really performed well. Pairing the Mentor up with Lord Skitter, really nice. We got the Hoarding Broodlord down a couple of times, which is fun, and usually gets us the game. Ashiok came through as a Seek card for the Broodlord. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep playing this deck as we have it. I may craft up another Hexmage to work instead of the Dream Thief. Hexmage really does shine in this deck because there are tons of little critters to put the Cursed Roll token on. Other things that would run well in the deck: Huntsman's Redemption creates a token, and you can go get any card that you want for sacrificing a token. Godric would be an interesting addition to the deck. The celebration mechanic dovetails nicely with bringing in all sorts of tokens. You could cut off the top end entirely to get the aggro going. Lots of fun possibilities here. As for Ixalan cards, other cards that would work well, we've possibility might be Careening Minecart. It's a 3/3 vehicle that whenever Minecart attacks, create a treasure token. Crew of 1. Not usually a fan of vehicles, but this could easily work well, especially with Lord Skitter, where those rat tokens can all of a sudden drive a 3/3 that bumps the Wildwood Mentor. Another intriguing card, this is a Mythic, the Skullspore Nexus. It's a legendary artifact. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. So it costs 8, but it doesn't really cost 8. Whenever one or more non-token creatures you control die, create a green fungus dinosaur creature token with base power and toughness each equal to the total power of those creatures. So yeah, this makes attacking into a field so much less painful. And if that weren't enough, for 2 colorless and a tap, double target creature's power until end of turn. So gosh, you could, if you get that onto Wildwood Mentor when it's even a little bit bumped, you can do just massive damage. So that looks like it could be fun with the deck. Another vehicle, Magmatic Galleon, for 5, 3, and 2 red. You get a 5/5 that when it enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to target creature an opponent controls, and has whenever one or more creatures your opponents control are dealt excess non-combat damage, create a treasure token. And it crews for just 2, so another efficient vehicle that our rats could run. And when it enters the battlefield, you will often get a treasure token as well as removing one of their creatures. I think I would put this in on the top end. It could be a replacement for Steady Tortoise. Yeah, it would take a little rework for it to work well in the deck. I'll post a Ixalan provisional deck, or like theoretical deck, on Moxfield. I've got a couple other Ixalan decks ready to go based on other decks that I've highlighted this season. Another fun card, Diamond Pickaxe. Could go toward the low end, make a good 1-drop. It is an equipment that's indestructible, and equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has, whenever this creature attacks, create a treasure token. Works well with Charming Scoundrel as well as the Wildwood Mentor. It would bump up the Mentor even farther when it attacks. Also would work well on like turn 3 with if we draw into the Steady Tortoise. Put in a Harried Dash, and all of a sudden you equip this up and you've got 2 tokens that turn. Great for smoothing our curve as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this one out. On the big baddie side of things, we've got Bonehoard Dracosaur. Probably going to be seeing this in dinosaur decks and dragon decks, but I think it could work in this one too. Maybe a sub 4 Steady Tortoise. It's a 5/5 flying first strike. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. If you exile the land card this way, create a 3/1 red dinosaur creature token. If you exile the non-land card this way, create a treasure token. So you're creating 2 tokens every turn that this guy hangs around. I would not expect his lifespan to be terribly long. If his lifespan is long, the game isn't, so looks like a fun card to put in on the top end as well. Another card, a rare Preacher of the Schism. It's a 2/4 vampire cleric with Death Touch, and whenever Preacher of the Schism attacks the player with the most life or tied for most life, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with life link. Whenever Preacher of the Schism attacks while you have the most life or are tied for the most life, you draw a card and lose 1 life. So if you are tied with your opponent for life, you trigger both of these. And it's just it's a scary attacker with Death Touch. Will often get through, though it should be a fairly high priority target as well. This could replace Lord Skitter. And then last and quite possibly least, we've got Greedy Freebooter. It's a common. It's a 1/1 human pirate. So a possible substitution for Fairy Dream Thief. Probably not Spiteful Hexmage, but yeah. Putting in on the low end. If things get a little less enchantment heavy, we could even sub this in for Haywire Might. The kicker is when Greedy Freebooter dies, scry 1 and create a treasure token. So, not a sticky creature, but it does stuff that we like when it inevitably goes away. Thank you for watching this far. If you've enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't, and what you would like to see in the future. Reminder that you can find this deck and the provisional Ixalan deck, plus many more, all the decks that I've played this season, on Moxfield. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, may Magic Alchemy turn your day golden.